Dead by Daylight. We are on the mobile. So here in the menu, you have the option to switch between the two characters. I was in a private session due to the fact that GDC was closed out, so I was able to get some time with the developers to basically talk about this game, so kind of showing off the UI and everything like that. We are on iPhone XS, and we'll talk about graphics a little bit later. The blood market kind of replaces the blood web, as you're able to unlock different items for your characters. They share these. You see in the top right corner the options for points and everything like that. So we're doing a bit of a preview of this, and we'll talk about aspects of the experience, the content, and everything like that. So a number of the killers are available. A couple are missing, and they're working on making sure that as many characters are possible for the full release of this. And they plan on basically getting everybody in as soon as they can. So we got a character here. There are rituals. So rituals, you got starter ones that kind of give you points to get you going, unlock characters and stuff like that. And then you got daily and weekly rituals too. They'll give you bonus things. And you get a day-to-day login. But we're going to basically jump into the experience here. So here we go again on iPhone XS, and you do get graphics options. If you're on Android, you get to choose between resolutions, whereas iOS, you get to choose if you want 30 FPS or 60. Obviously, you want 60 because it's going to be running a lot smoother, just fluid gameplay wise. So when it comes to performance, it actually runs quite well for the most part. The maps are basically the same. They told me that these are more of a fixed map design as opposed to sort of the procedural or random sort of generation you see on levels in the, traditional Dead by Daylight game, and some geometry has only been minorly edited. Most of the collision is apparently very much the same. So if you're not familiar with Dead by Daylight, basically it is like the best of horror. They have all these horror characters included, licensed and original characters as well. You're working at, it's basically an asymmetrical multiplayer title. You have a killer that's chasing after survivors. There's 4 survivors, and there's one killer. And the killer is basically trying to hang us all on hooks and kill us, and we're trying to get generators going so that we can escape the map. So the biggest change you're going to notice coming from other versions, and I play a ton of Dead by Daylight, more than I'd really like to admit on Xbox One X, but I've also I reviewed it on the Switch in the past, and yeah, so I know my versions of Dead by Daylight, but they actually got this running really quite smoothly and using some intuitive things to change it up. So like I was mentioning, the big change here is that in Dead by Daylight, a lot of it is audio cues, you hear a lot of things in the game, and not a lot of people on mobile necessarily play with sound on. Right now I can't hear anything just due to the way the setup is kind of going for the recording, but yeah, I mean, you can't really see anything. So what they do is they've got these new visual indicators. Before you'd hear the heartbeat, now you you kind of see the heartbeat going on. So it definitely is a whole different dynamic, and it seems like players here really don't quite seem to know what they're doing. Anyways, past that, there are bots now too, in case people drop out, because that is a thing with mobile. Yeah, I don't know if he's coming after me here, which actually might be good to die, so we can play as the killer. Oh jeez, yep. So we can show that off. So I mean, obviously I'm not playing as my usual character, so they limit you on characters and killers. They want you to do tutorial and the starter missions, and you get some to get going. But you can either buy them or you can grind for them, and they specifically use the word grind, so I guess you actually will be grinding for them. So with this being a 2-button game, I guess it was already basically perfect for being something that transitions into mobile. And again, a lot of this information is what the developers told me when I went and had my online session with them talking about the game. So we've got more details to kind of go over, and I do think they've actually done a really good job of providing a really clean transfer of the game over onto the mobile platform, because it doesn't necessarily always work when people do that. So it is nice to see that they were able to accomplish that. So I don't know if we're gonna... The smart move is to save this person. So yeah, in the game you do get a lot of perks and everything like that too. You kind of unlock as you play. So they've all built that into the progression system too. They did tone down the blood because the graphic content was a bit too much apparently for the mobile space. And yeah, he's gonna pick me up. So now you can see the wiggle maneuver is a little bit different on here. You gotta kind of tap back and forth. It actually feels very spirited to what the usual game is. So yeah, that's the big changes. It releases April 16th on mobile devices. Ooh, I can attempt escape, but that never works out well for you. There is cross-progression between iOS and Android with your accounts you log in on. Free tickets, so play as a character you don't own for a set amount of time. Keep progression on that character. You might get a ticket for like 24 hours. And, you know, it might be a killer, it might be a regular character. And what is going on here? Did I hit a... I think I hit a bear trap, which is not good. But yeah, they have those ticket options. There is no Bluetooth controller support, which would be far, far easier for this. So I'm gonna guess that we're not really gonna get crossplay down the road. Originally, I had emailed ahead of my meeting thing, and they said not at launch, maybe later. So I don't see it though with the design of this. They did have the console/PC level designers come in and help on this, so it should feel very much similar, like we've mentioned. Pre-registration is Bill from Left 4 Dead, so that's kind of a cool character. I don't know why this guy's not picking me up. Maybe it's glitched because I'm in the wall here. It usually works, but I need to find help in order to get up, so someone else is going to have to come and give me a hand. And it seems like they're working on generators, and one person is dead. So that's not ideal. So we can talk about the progression. So basically, you know, it's different from the Blood Web, like we mentioned. Progression per characters, earn XP at the end of a trial, level up characters, unlock perks through actual progression. First perks are set in stone, choose between 2 each level. The perks, that is, Blood Market, same but different. Add items, add-ons, shared inventory survivors, shared inventory offerings for the killers. So stuff like that. When it comes to the missing type of content, which we mentioned, is this guy not gonna help us? I'm gonna have to crawl the way over there or die. So far they're missing the Death Slinger and the Oni, which were the last 2 chapters in the game, along with their survivors. They're working on the chapter prior to that, so that should be in the game for release. They're also missing Freddy due to contract, so that's a work in progress, because mobile wasn't originally part of, I guess, the contract for the use of Freddy within the game. So you know Freddy Krueger, he does the nightmare stuff. Great killer. Awesome one. And Dead by Daylight, I really like using that guy. Really well done. So Leatherface will be in the game later in the year, and survivors match the missing issues that are present. The guy that's up needs to give us a hand. What is he doing? I wonder if they're bots. Oh, he's outside there. And when you can hide in lockers, but you shouldn't really do that. You always get caught. It's not a strategy I ever use. Oh, you should probably help that other person that's been lying down. Jeez. So there's going to be a ranked system. You can play with friends. If you sign in like through Facebook, you can actually see what other friends have with the game. So that's kind of a nice touch, I guess. Try to get some more generators going. This is a really bad match, though. Our team has not been doing well. That one is finished. Let's keep looking. They don't have Kill Your Friends, but they do have Survive with Friends as an option in the menu. 5 realms, 6 before release. Oh, 5 realms are included, 6 before the release. So that's pretty cool. It's like an early thing here. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of what Dead by Daylight is, especially the mobile version of it. It does seem to be a little bit more, I guess you could say, frantic in comparison to, well, maybe not frantic, but it seems faster paced and almost like people don't necessarily quite know what they're doing. This match has really not been going well. I mean, we're living, but we're all basically cut up and stuff like that. And this is the new check for the generators. So on the generators, you actually have to do skill checks, and that takes time. You see it pop across the screen, you gotta click a button. I find that a lot easier than on the console for that aspect of play. But I think they have, again, translated the experience over fairly well. I'm kind of impressed by it. You know, seeing them actually able to get this version over and running smoothly and actually looking pretty good. Yeah, I don't need to heal you right away. I need to get generators going or we're going to die. Yeah, I'm not healing you. Yeah, people are the worst. Now I keep missing it. The killer's nearby too, so that's totally a wash. See, if that guy would have just helped me, instead of trying to get a heal and actually play the game properly, we would have had that generator. We could have went and got that other person. Kind of hoping the killer comes and just puts me on the hook so I can play around as the killer and show that off so you get an idea of it if you've never played that version of the game, you know, the killer perspective, because it is quite different. But I kind of went over all the main details I had in regards to the content. There is no stopping point in the game. I'm just going to try to let this killer kill me. In regards to, like, you know, most free-to-play games kind of, like, you know, force you to, like, do stuff where you can only play so often. No, put me on the hook! Ugh, screw it. Here we go, jumping in as the killer so we can show off that aspect of play. Now, this isn't a killer that I play very often or really at all on the other versions. I usually use characters such as, like, the Ani I've really been enjoying. I usually use... What else do I use? Can't think of the name. Freddy's pretty good. And, I guess the Deathslinger 2. I'm trying to think of the basic one I use. Maybe the Witch used to be my... No, the Nurse used to be my primary killer when I would do that. Most of the time I am surviving, though. I do love the Ani. Very, very powerful. So what you do, you get the first-person perspective. You're going around, and you are hacking people up, putting them on hooks. Kind of the opposite of what we saw last time. But we actually get the perspective where we can see where all of these generators are, and our perks are also going to alter, you know, what we're able to do and everything like that. So it's kind of a lot easier on here to do. In regards to cutting people down. See, and we can pick them up. And gonna put them over here on top of this on the hook. And hang, and then we got him on the hook. And he's gonna squirm, and I love the scream they make. It's like a very howling sort of scream, and you can also break generators down that people have been working on. Kind of, it gets rid of their progress. Kind of a big deal there, because, you know, people put so much time into doing this stuff. Seems like they're also working on other positions. So they might help him. Usually a lot of the time, you know, like, people complain about, like, fair play, so you don't really watch a hook, although, I mean, like, who really cares, right? But there's a lot of people that cry. It's kind of one of the whiniest communities I've ever played in. People take it very seriously, which is fine. You know, whatever. All to their own. What is going on with the touch thing there? Oh, there's a guy there, but I want to break his machine down. Hello! What are you doing? What's happening here? I imagine the community on here will get a lot more involved and intense, you know, as time goes by and the game grows and everything like that. Okay, where are you going? Did you just try to hide it here? Yeah, I don't think so. And I catch this guy. Okay, there we go. Yep. Put him on a hook somewhere. I don't know where the nearest hook is. Is it really that far away? Keep in mind they can squirm and get out, you know. It's a bit of a big deal. Let's get him on the hook. So that one's still damaged. They haven't added to that, but the guy got away. Oh, hello. Yeah, how are you doing? You want to go back on your hook? Back from whence you came? Get hooked up. Hooked on a feeling? I don't know any other ones like that. Hanging high? Okay. Usually the bodies disappear. Well, no, never mind. He's just been hooked for a while. And the guy, I think, died. Okay, cool. So I got that one. Wait a sec. This interior is different. Is it not? This is not the usual interior. Collect more of our traps. They helped that guy get off the hook. I do not appreciate that one bit. You know, like as a killer, it's, you know, my profession is putting people on the hook, and when they get off the hook, it's like they weren't ever on the hook to begin with, and that hurts, you know. It's my job. Gotta hook people up. Hey, this is a different map than... Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the Asylum, and this is like the, what is this called? Jeez. The Carnival. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's throw a trap down here. Nice, catch them. But yeah, I think like visuals aren't even really cut down that much. It very much captures the aesthetic of, you know, what the usual experience is like. Where are these guys? So they are over there. Okay. See, who's right here. Bye. And oh yeah, you can also break the barricades down if they get in your way. If the survivors use them, like they slam them down on you. What are you doing? Hello? Hello? Hi there. Yeah, it kind of locks on quite a bit as the killer, but then again, it does on other platforms too, so... You know, not much of a difference there. Just in terms like mechanics. What? Did I get stuck in my own bear trap? You've literally got to be kidding me. That is not a situation that I'm happy with. Where did she go? I totally went the wrong way, didn't I? But yeah, you can kind of follow the markings, and you get an idea of where people have been headed. Sort of like a hunt aspect that's kind of cool in the game. You know, hunting people down, trying to find them, trying to bring glory to your undeadness. Where are people going? All the way over there. Yeah, maybe it is time to hunt somebody new. But yeah, they give you the good indicators that you want in regards to finding people. They're actually doing pretty well. Usually all the other killers I've played against have been stellar. Maybe I'm just awful at this today. Couldn't tell you. Oh yeah, you can climb over things too, but it's kind of like a slowdown, which obviously isn't ideal when you are going around hunting people. Where did he go? There he went. Did you see him running around there? I don't know, I like the killer angle almost more than the person one at times, but it's kind of fun, like, you know, being chased, trying to survive, trying to get these generators going. It's kind of like a really... It feels tense. Like, the matches aren't like the fastest thing in the world, but it definitely feels like a tense experience, and I totally lost this guy. What is going on? Hello there, miss. I do not appreciate the knockdown of the barrel. Oh, hello. Now, if I could kill this lady, I'd be pretty happy. I gotta say that, yeah. It's getting on that locked walking thing. Sure, whatever. Help me by picking you up as you walk towards the ledge. Let's give you a hanging. Hang man. Well, hang lady. She's got a full hang bar? That's not cool. Usually I really tear it up as the killer, so... A little disappointed. The hatch has spawned. That's not good. It's not good at all. Don't want the hatch, but I think the game should be over soon. I got this person. That's funny. Let's put you on a hook. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh. The nearest hook is a little bit far away, which means they could escape. You know, not thinking about it. So hook that person. I think this person got off, which I don't like. It's getting off in a bad way. You know what I mean? Where'd you go? Oh, hello, lady. It's like the adrenaline is kicking in. The thrill of the hunt. Do you want to be hooked again? Hooked in the spooky carnival. Hang high. Ah, oh no. So just this one other person, which I have really, honestly, I don't even think I've seen them this whole match. That's kind of crazy. I don't know why she's fighting it. Might as well just let it go. Was the person right here? Kind of hoping she just kind of perishes on the hook. I hope you've been enjoying this extended look at Dead by Daylight on the mobile. I know I have. I put more time in this than I thought I would. So I cut short the Survivors game because I thought I was going to do a neat split in the middle, but I'm kind of into what's going on here. So are they waiting for them to die to go on the hook, or are they just not even playing? So usually at this point, somebody will just jump into the hatch because they know they've got this. Hello. Definitely is not as many, like not as much variation in the killers as they, or not the killers, but the people as there usually is. No.